And we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Get Buckets podcast, powered by Hardwood and Basketball. I'm your host, Musa Moretti. Today I have on my first professional hooper, LaRon Dendy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, doing well. Happy to be on.
Yes, sir, man. I've seen your page and I looked over some of your accomplishments. You've been at this basketball thing for years. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I've been in it since I've been a kid, man. Went to Grill Middle, went to Grill High, won a state championship my 10th grade year. Committed to Clemson. One of the biggest commitments in history. At the time I was like number 24. Nike kid. Then been to Indian Hills, which was the number one junior college at the time. Then left there, went to Iowa State. Left Iowa State, went to Middle Tennessee, where I got Player of the Year, and then played
Hmm.
8 years of professional basketball in Europe.
Nice, yeah. Quick little rundown. So, yeah, I wanted to ask. So you grew up around here then?
Oh yeah. I'm from Greenville, South Carolina, but I went to Grill Middle and Grill High.
Yeah. So I want to ask you. So remind me, like, what year did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school 2007. I was in the
So
class with Derrick Rose, OJ Mayo, um, um, Mike Beasley, Kevin Love,
yeah.
different guys. Yeah, but at the time I was number one player in South Carolina as well. And
Okay.
when I was
Yeah.
my number two player in Florida, I went to IMG Academy.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd seen some. It said Hope Christian Academy, but
Hmm
was that IMG?
Oh, and Hope Christian Academy was in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. That was like my fifth high school. Back then we was just traveling, trying to play against the top name just to keep our name flowing. It wasn't about the education. It wasn't about nothing else, just basketball and getting to the league.
Yeah.
So like I
Yeah.
went to like five different high schools at the time.
Really.
Yes sir,
So
yes sir.
you started at Greer. What, your first 2 years?
Yeah, I started at Grill my first 2 years. Then I went to Prince Avenue Prep. Left Princeton Avenue Prep. There, I had lost all my eligibility from Clemson because they was doing like a sweep through prep schools, and like Prince Avenue Prep, they didn't make the list to not be cleared for
Mm.
like school or whatever. So they took all my credits away, and it means I had to reclass, and that's when I had went to IMG Academy, left IMG Academy, and then I went back to Hope Christian, and that's
Okay.
when
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to ask, like, at what age, coming up in Greenville, where people noticing, like, okay, this kid could be special at basketball.
It was probably around like I ain't gonna like man, it was my eighth grade year, and then that's when like AAU was like very popular. Like my seventh grade year, I wasn't that good. I was just out there playing. I was out there with Coach Cohen, and he was the head coach at the time at Grill Middle. And then my eighth grade year, I started getting better, and then my ninth grade year is like man, my whole high school year, like I tried every dunk and I missed every dunk my ninth grade year. So then my 10th grade year, I really put in the work. That's when I went to the Nike Hoop Jamboree in St. Louis, and I left from there. I went to Nike All American Camp because you had to go there to get the invitation. Then I went to the Nike All American Camp, and then that's when I made a name for myself, and that's when I became number 24 kid in the country. So then
Mm.
that's when everybody noticed, like, man, this kid gonna be good. And then going into my 10th grade year, that's when I won a state championship with Greer High. And it was up from there.
Yeah, who was some of the guys you got to play with at Greer High that was on the was Coach Dean on that team?
Yeah, Jamar Dean was on that team. That was my shooter at the time. One heck of a shooter, uh, like top defensive player. You know what I mean? We had Chad Cartwright. He's the only player that come out of Greer High who won a state championship in football and basketball. We had Montrell. We had Marquise Coleman. Um, A guy named Matt. David Bentley was on the squad as far as
Okay.
the coaching squad. Coach Neely. We had a good team at the time. A
Yeah.
good team.
You think anybody in South Carolina was seeing y'all that year?
Should we won a state championship? So definitely not. No, we only lost like we probably only lost like 5 games that year. I would say 5 6 games that year. We
Yeah.
played, and that's when like we played against Greenville in the Upper State Championship. Greenville had every top player on their team at the time. I had 30 that game to go into the state championship as a sophomore.
Mm.
Then we went to the state championship. Played against one of the guys who was like trying to recruit himself to Syracuse. His name was I forgot his name, OT Teller or something like that. Um, and we lost. We won that game 197. It was a close fight.
Wow. High scoring game.
Oh yeah, it was big time. I would say sold out, but it was close to sold out down there in Columbia at UFC.
Yeah.
Oh
I want
yeah,
to
and then,
ask I want to ask you, like, because we've been coming up in like the time when everything's filmed, like everybody's getting a mixtape, and you see, like, Instagram just has like put everybody out there and just all the avenues. But I want to ask you, like, what was both like media like and just like the difference between that and like getting recruited, like the way y'all taught the high school or college coaches and all that.
oh well, back like the difference from now and then is now, like you say, the media, man. You could just post a good workout, good highlight reel, man, and you can start getting recruited. Back then, like we didn't have that, so we really had to travel to different big AAU tournaments. Like Boo Williams was one of them. Then we had to travel all the way to Texas. Like we was always on the plane or always on the van. Then we had to fly to Las Vegas. It's just like man, the coach is gonna be out there. The top players, OJ Mayo, Mike Beasley, Eric Gordon, all these guys, man, they gonna be out there, man. Like we gotta be out there where they at. And that's what we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like for me to be number one player in South Carolina at the time and number 24 player in the country, like that lets you know like the hard work and dedication I had to put in. Because 2007 class was like huge. It was deep, very deep.
yeah. And you said you got like you got to play. Did you get to play against some of those guys in AAU?
Oh, like Mike Beasley, OJ Mayo,
Yeah, like the
Mike
top guys.
Beasley. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, man. We traveled to Ohio to play against Ojameo, but at the time I didn't get to play against him because he had a toothache. But Mike Beasley, we played Mike Beasley, Eric Gordon, Derrick Rose. We played at Knock All American count. Kevin Durant, Knock All American count. Mike Beasley, Adidas superstar count. Lance Stevenson was there. Oh yeah, played against all type of like played with and against
Yeah.
for sure, for
Were you
sure.
able to gain a connection with some of the guys? Like they know you personally?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that's why I said like to have a name back then, like you had to be cold. You know what I'm saying? You had to be nice. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say like, man, I was number one in the state in my class. So I was like I was holding it down for South Carolina. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
Sure for sure.
Um what AAU team did you play with back then?
It was South Carolina Elite, South Carolina Elite, and what was the green team name? They still have it now with Robbie Dreer, Coach Dreer.
Trying to think.
Oh yeah, South Carolina Celtics.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I played with them as
Celtics.
well, and I played. I don't know if they still have the Nike team, South Carolina Ravens. Played with them as well, but that's it. That's the only teams I played with.
Okay, yeah. Would you say AAU got you more notice or was it through high school
Yeah,
in the
definitely,
prep
man.
school?
Hey, you always gonna get you noticed because you get to like continue playing, and then on top of that, it's like the coaches might not be there, but it's like different players that keep on seeing you, and they know you're serious about it. So then when they do see you, on that stage where coach is at, they're like, man, we done seen this kid all summer, like we know what he about, So, but high school you can't do that because, like, they just got to hear about you like on certain nights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One night a week. But AU circuit, man, you could be in Florida for a whole week. Coaches be there, and you could just put
Mhm.
on. You know, like if AAU really AAU really put you in school. If you was to ask me,
Yeah.
because
You.
and then it's just like you can go average 40 in high school right now, but the
Yeah.
college coach is gonna be like, man, who is he putting up 40 against? You see what I'm saying? So, but
Mhm.
if you go on an AAU tournament and you played against one of the top players in your class, and you like no rank, and this kid is two, and you put up 40, then everybody gonna want to know, man, who is this kid? You know what I mean? Then, now you
Mhm.
done made your name. Now college coaches coming to your school. I had, man, every like I wouldn't say every college, but every college in the southeast region done came to Grill High. From
Okay.
Georgia Tech to Florida, Florida State, Miami. Man, y'all done came to Grill High. Clemson, South
Yeah.
Carolina, everybody done came to Grill High.
Yeah. How would you say, we know like you were on the AAU team as a good player, but how were y'all as a team? Were y'all beating like basically everybody back then?
Oh yeah, as you talk about Grill High.
Like the AAU team you play with,
Oh
like
AAU. Oh no, like nah, we wasn't beating everybody. Like everybody in South Carolina, yeah, we was torching. It was torching everybody in South Carolina. But as far as like on the AAU tournament, we might come in a tournament where we might finish second place, or we might come in a tournament where we might finish in no place. You know what I'm saying? Like last in the bracket. You know what I mean? But it's just be able to showcase our talent, showcase our skill, and show different players, that we're there. And that was the beauty of it, for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. And then you talked a little bit about, just committing to Clemson, and that was like one of the biggest commitments in SC at the time. Oh, like what grade was this when you committed to them?
It was my summer year going into my 10th grade year. I
So
had
you
visits
committed
to y'all could admit in my ninth grade year going into my 10th grade year.
like a normal thing to do back then? Because I feel like everybody commits like what, like in their senior year or right before they graduate
Oh yeah,
nowadays. But people,
it definitely wasn't normal.
okay, yeah. So
It
and
definitely
then
wasn't.
you said that when you went to that prep school, the what commitment fell through or the credits fell through.
Oh yeah, the credits fell through when at Prince Avenue Prep is out there in Pickens, South Carolina. Coach Knight was the head coach at the time. He was a good guy, but the credits at the school wasn't reasonable for regular school like a regular school program. Because out there they were teaching like Christian stuff, not regular math books and nothing like that. So with that being said, that's when I lost all my high school credits at the time to go towards Clemson. So
Yeah.
it put me behind.
So how was that like mentally for you when you heard that happen?
Oh, I just wanted to give it all up. Everything that you work hard for, all the hard work that you put in, all the traveling, all the bid nights when you do get a chance to play against somebody who ranked like 10th or ninth, like Gunning Wall, like, these guys who played in the NBA. And it's just like you get to play against these guys, and all of a sudden, like you make your name on these guys, and it's just like all that go away. But
Mm,
I ended up at Iowa State, which was a big time blessing, and then went to
yeah.
Middle Tennessee and like broke every record at Middle Tennessee.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So after that whole thing at what Princeton, so you said that's when you went to New Hope, right? Right after that?
oh yeah, I went to New Hope Christian, and that's when I made the decision. I'm like, man, instead of doing another year of high
Yeah.
school, because I had reclassed, I said, man, I'm
Hmm.
just go to junior college. And
Okay.
Indian Hills was the junior college at the time that I signed with. It was number one in the country.
Yeah.
We went there and won. Came second. We finished number two in the country because we lost to Chipola. Uh, and then after that, that's when I went to Iowa State.
Yeah. I want to ask you because people have their differences on junior colleges, but like, what's your take on like the whole junior college process since you had gone through it?
That's where like someone like some real killers at. Like that's when I feel like that's where like a lot of players are hungry at. You know what I'm saying? To make their name to get into a big name school. You know what I mean? Because It's either go to a small school and
Mm,
but know in your heart like, man, I'm better than this, so I'm gonna take a chance on junior college and go against some, some real life killers. It's some real life people think junior college is easy. Be like, nah, you got a lot of hungry people, a lot of
yeah.
hungry players who trying to make their name to get back to Division One. Then you might have some players from Division One who come back to junior college. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's tough. Junior college ain't no
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the Last Chance U. I've seen what those players be looking like they go through. Man, it seems like intense all the way through.
All the way through, for sure, for sure. It's
So
tough.
you stayed there 1 year though, right? You were there for 1 year or
I
two
was there.
years.
I was there for 2 years.
So
I was
like,
there for.
were different universities like looking at you the whole time you were over there?
Oh yeah. At the time, when I first signed to um, Indian Hills, Coach Kellogg, who was the assistant coach from Coach Calipari at Memphis at the time, he came out there, and then he was recruiting me. Coach from Kentucky at the time was recruiting me. Coach from Arkansas, like I was heavily recruited, heavily recruited. It was just on differences is, like I said, I was going to the different high schools, so the education part we weren't worrying about. That's what killed me,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because everybody like, man, he's a talented player, but that's the only
Mm,
thing he focused on is basketball. And look at his grades; he even got no grades. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, you gotta have the grades, man. You got
Yeah.
to. Because back then, just like the people that I was growing up around, like they were just saying, man, you don't need school, man. Just play ball. Like you already got it. You already got, major name. You already got it. Just go play ball. No matter where you go, they're gonna put you in the right situation. But it wasn't true though.
Hmm. So what made you make the decision to go to Iowa State?
Uh, because uh, because I ain't wanna I ain't wanna go to Texas at the time, and Iowa State
Yeah.
head, I mean, assistant coach was like coming, like, man, he was coming to visit almost every chance he got when I was at Indian Hills, and plus Iowa State is like, an hour and a half away from Indian Hills, so but he was just coming, 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 but I really wanted to go to Texas. I really wanted to go to Texas, but I was just like, man, he showed me loyalty, so that's where I'm gonna
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. Yeah, I mean, I know a few, obviously I'm thinking newer guys out of Iowa State, but like Tyrese Halliburton, he came out of there as well.
Oh
So I mean,
yeah,
I know
great.
they produce some. I know everybody talks about Iowa over there, but Iowa State got some
Oh yeah.
sneakers over there.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Uh, I want to ask, like, what was the rivalry like between Iowa and Iowa State when you were there?
Oh, it was big. You know what I mean? Even though we beat them, both times, it was huge. It
Yeah.
was huge, man. Like it sold out. Like in Iowa, there's no professional teams there. No
Yeah.
professional team in
Hmm.
Iowa. So just like college is the big deal. So it's
Yeah.
just like when we playing against each other, like especially football, it was
Hmm.
always sold out.
Hmm.
Always. Yeah. So it was great.
Yeah. How would you compare Iowa compared to like Greenville, like the Greenville area compared to like Midwestern area?
Like it's always snowing out there, always cold. I
Mm.
mean, like snow all the way up to like to your knees or to your hip, depends on how tall you are. But it's
Yeah.
always cold, and like you gotta have some real tough skin to just stay out there, or a warm house. But
Yeah.
other than that, compared to Greenville, man, like it just like even the people different. Like everything is different. To be honest,
Hmm.
because Greenville like more people, well mannered, um, more things to do. There ain't too much to do in Iowa.
Yeah. 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 I be hearing Iowa, people be making fun like it's all just corn out there.
Oh, that's all it is, just corn.
Yeah. Yeah. But so after Iowa State, obviously you go to Middle Tennessee. Um, what came in your decision to go there? You stayed at Iowa State for 1 season, right?
Yeah, I stayed there for 1 season. Then everybody left. Coach, McDermott, he left and went to be the head coach at Creighton at the time. So I'm like, man, Craig Brackens, he went to the draft, got picked number 21 at the time, first round.
Okay.
And so I was just like, man, like I wanted to stay, But then at the time, it was just like, man, something was just telling me, like, man, go to Middle Tennessee, go to Middle Tennessee. One of my
Yeah.
friend guys went there, and he was just telling me as well, like, man, go, come, 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 come. And I
Mm-hmm.
went there, and man, I had a red shirt year. Then my playing year, I destroyed, like I destroyed.
Yeah. Did they have to do that redshirt year because of like transfer rules or whatever?
Yeah, see, it's different now. Like now, they have the portal where you just come in and play right
Yeah.
away. See, back then,
Yeah.
like I feel like they had the NIL, back
Yeah.
then, like life would been different for sure. They
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
lot going
I
on
be.
right now.
Yeah. You couldn't get paid at all. You couldn't have any sponsorships or nothing, right?
Facts, facts. But if you go to Middle Tennessee, you'll see a lot of number 1 jerseys. You know what I mean? That could have been like money in my pocket.
Yeah. So obviously you say when I was looking through All American, Sun Belt Player of the Year, first team All Sun Belt, and then y'all also got the regular season title. Was that like how would you like describe that season? Obviously it seemed like a special season, but would you say that was finally like when you got your shine back like how you were back in your prime days in high school?
Yeah, it was just like I was, I fought for my name to be back, and I got it back. And
Yeah.
that year, it was crazy because everybody was first year guys. We had like 2, 3 guys come in from junior college, and like this my first year playing. So it just like we won 28 games. Like it was like 28. We went 28-5 or something like that in 1 year, and we only knew each other that year. You know what I mean? So that made it even more special.
Yeah. What were some of the teams you got to play against when you were over there?
We played against Ole Miss. We beat UCLA by 20
Mm.
at UCLA. We lost to Vanderbilt by like 6 points. That's because one of the players like they bust my eye. I had 22 that game, but it
Dang.
was the game to put us in the polls though. But
Okay.
we lost that game. But we played against some big time teams that year
Yeah.
and fought with them.
Yeah. Did you guys end up making it to the tournament?
No, not that year, but the next year, the following year, and the year after that, they did. So
Yeah.
I set the tone for
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all set the standard. Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Before we even move on, I just want to ask like being a D1 athlete, obviously, people say it's a commitment. Like what's the like and I want to see like what you say about like what's the actual level of commitment you gotta be being a D1 athlete and how like tough is it really?
Oh, it's very tough. You got to be tough mentally. You know what I mean? Not only physically, but mentally. Like, man, this is what I want. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So
Mm,
I'm gonna do everything to stay committed. Like LeBron James, for example. Not only is he in the NBA, but he put it in his head mentally, like, man, I want to do this forever. So I'm gonna do everything it takes to do this forever. So that's what you gotta be like as a college player or going into college or in high school. It's just like, man, I gotta eat right, man. I gotta work out when I don't want to work out. I gotta work out when I'm supposed to work out. I gotta get my wrist right. You know what I'm saying? It's everything. It's a
yeah,
lot. You know what I mean? It just ain't
yeah,
just I'm about to go to the gym and put up and have a good workout. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh, you went to the gym today? Like, yeah, I went to the gym today, but how many times? You know what I mean?
mm,
Like before you lay down at bed and at night, do you knock out some sit ups, some push ups? You know what I mean? Like, are you getting stronger? Are you getting better? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot because it's players. You got to think it's players in Europe right now who's 11, 12 years old who get to play on professional teams to get paid if they're real good. You know what I'm saying? And you got
yeah,
kids here at 11, 12 years old who's still like fighting to get on middle school teams. You know what I mean? So you got to put yourself in a position like, man, it's players around the world, not just United States, but around the world who want to be the best. And that's what I want to compete for is being the best.
yeah,
Day in, day out.
yeah.
Day in and day out.
Hmm. Do you feel like you do you feel you compete more against yourself or the people around you?
Oh, it's more against yourself because it's
Yeah,
just like if you become the best version of you, then you'll have the confidence and the knowledge to know like, man, I put in this hard work. I know myself and I know this person in
mm,
front of me, my opponent, it can't stop me. And this person can't stop me. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board to figure out what I gotta do just in case I come into another opponent like that, and that person won't be able to stop me because I know how to go against this person. That's why
Yeah.
basketball is always like a learning situation. Like you always can learn, you always get better. That's why I love it so much. Like it's
Yeah.
something that you gotta like. It's your like if you in love with basketball, like how you say you in love with basketball, it's family first, basketball, then everything else, and then
Yeah.
it's just like family, like basketball and family is going. As crazy as it sounds, it's gonna equal up
Yeah.
because the reason why it's gonna equal up because why would I say it's equal up? Because you know this that hopefully one day whatever you put your all into is gonna help you take care of your family, and not only like your mom and dad and whoever you got at your home or whatever, but then you're gonna get married, girlfriend, and
Mhm.
have your own family. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not only setting yourself up right now, it's setting yourself up for the future, and
Mhm.
and after basketball. So the ball
Yeah.
don't bounce forever.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. Definitely. Um. So after you finished up in college, like, at what point during that year at Middle Tennessee were you like, I'm about to declare for the draft?
After we beat UCLA, and that was like the third game in the season. Yeah, we flew out to California and we played.
Yeah.
I think it was Santa Barbara. We played against, and then we played UCLA. And after we beat them at their place, like the media was going crazy, Twitter was going crazy. My name, like Instagram followers, man, it was going through the roof. Like I had like two or
Mm.
three Instagrams, like because it was just like so much was going on at the time.
Yeah.
And then it was just like but this one I knew I'm like, man, I'm about to get ready for the draft. Because then
Yeah.
after that, man, we beat every team. Belmont played an NCAA tournament a year before. We beat them in the tournament. You know what I mean? So it was just like, man, I'm beating all the teams that got the big names right now. So
Yeah.
that's when I knew I'm like, man, I'm about to get into it. And I played with the Washington Wizards in the summer league, Miami Heat,
Yeah. I did see that.
and Minnesota Timberwolves.
Okay. Yeah. What was that experience? And then I assume they had the draft combine as well. Like, what was going through that whole process, like being in the summer league, and because I hear like the summer league, like everybody, just like JUCO, you saying everybody's fighting for a spot. Like, very few make it to the league through summer league. So, what was that experience like? And then like just the combine and all that.
It was tough. It was like because they fly you out. They let you know, hey man, you made the summer league team. And then it's
Hmm.
like, all right, cool. So then you get out there, and then it's like you got to practice and you got to play. But like, I wish I had somebody like over me at the time that was telling me, yo, LaRon, when you get there, man, be in that gym, before everybody, and when everybody leaves, stay in that gym. You know what I mean? Till they close it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
look at you up here in the Washington Wizards facility. You know what I mean? Like, show them like how really hungry you are. But
Yeah.
everything live and learn situation, but you got to think the moment that you in right now, you really got to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even like with you, like you playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? You number 5 for your high school. I know they like, that when you walk in, you put a number 5 on, they already know what time it is. You know what I mean? So it's just like you got to
Yeah.
build up on it. You got to build up on it.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. What was that like? Were there what like names were y'all playing in that summer league? Obviously, like some draft picks playing there, but like who were some of the guys you got to compete against or play with?
Well, I don't remember the names, but I know me and Bradley Bill was on the same team at the time, and we had,
Okay.
we made a good run. We had won a couple games, for that summer league at the time, and then like with Minnesota Timberwolves, I got to work out. I mean, I got to play with Zach Levine at the time, and that's when he was like he flying now, but that's when he was really fresh and just like taking.
Yeah.
It was like he was getting off on the 3-point line almost. And
Yeah.
then with Miami Heat, it wasn't no big name at Miami Heat. It was just a lot of players. They flew, man. It was probably like 60 players in the facility at the time. It was crazy.
Dang.
With Miami Heat, and they had everybody competing. Man, we took 2 buses to Orlando, and it was just like, man, the rotation that they were trying to have, it was just off. But shout out to
Hmm.
Miami Heat. No disrespect to Miami Heat. It's like,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah. Hey, they get a lot of their players through the summer league and undrafted
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
guys.
for sure. That's why I say
Yeah,
shout out to them, man. They know what they
yeah.
doing.
But so after you finished up with Miami, what was the next move?
It was just going, getting signed for overseas. That's
Yeah.
why I had signed my first contract to France. Then I had left France to go to Greece because back then Greece was just a powerhouse. Like man, NBA players, the top players in Greece, everybody playing in that league. So it's like
Hmm.
I went there and as a rookie, man, I made a name for myself out there as a rookie, and then my career just shot from there.
Yeah. I just want to ask because everybody, and we even talk. I talk about this with like some of the college guys because they want to play. A lot of them want to play professionally afterwards. Like, what are those contracts? Because everybody's trying to make it to the league where the quote unquote big money's at. But like,
Hmm.
how are those contracts over in the overseas? Because I be hearing like they're pretty good. Like you're getting paid like you're able to live off the game.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like see, over there in Europe, it's totally different too. Like here in America, say if you go to the store and get a package of wings, it's gonna be like 13, 14, $15, for a 12 pack. But over here, you go get over there you go get a pack of wings for like $3, a 12
Really?
pack. Yeah, like the lifestyle, the money, everything different. So
Yeah.
like let's just say if you sign a contract for a 10,000, not 10 but 10,000 a month, you sign $100,000 contract, you might not get that whole contract, but like the money that you're gonna get paid, like in the living over there, you're gonna be able to take care of yourself and be able to bring some money back with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you do manage to get that whole thing over there, like the whole 100,000, like they already give you house, they already give you car, and like if you're on a good team, they're gonna pay for your meals. You know what I'm saying? So you just
Mm.
like everything that you pocketing is just something to invest.
Yeah. No,
Hmm.
that's yeah. How would you compare like the professional game to like or not just the game but like the lifestyle to compare to D1 or college?
You talk Europe and college.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I feel like college and playing in Europe, I would say is like almost the same because like the fans are hardcore. Depends on what college you go to. Like the fans in Europe are like die hard. It's
Mm.
like like they go crazy for soccer over there, but
Yeah.
basketball and they go man bottles, anything. They team losing, they throwing chairs, whatever on the floor, want to fight the players, and it's more access to the player. Ain't no rules over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like you really got to be with your head on the swivel over there. Especially
Yeah.
especially if you're a good player. But
Yeah.
it's it's different. It's the same as far as like competition, playing hard,
Hmm.
fans going crazy, because like you can go over there, you score 40 in college and beat a man, win or loss, but over there you can score 40 and lose, and man they already seen you home. But you score 5 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds with the win. Oh, they love you. You know what I mean? As long as you winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's different up there. It's different, very different.
Yeah, and I mean they know like a lot of the dudes on the team aren't even from their country, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's what makes it hard because, like, sometimes you might come in on a team on a different country where the team bring you in to be the man, but you might have 2 or 3 players on that team. They family come to every game and all that, so they feel like they the man. So
Mm.
like you got not only now are you going against your the opposite team, you're going against some of your teammates too because
Yeah.
now they don't pass you the ball and all that type of stuff. Make it look bad, but other than that, it's love though. I say it
Yeah.
depends where you are.
Yeah. Did you go over there by yourself or did you have anybody go there with you?
Oh yeah, at first I took my son, LaRon Dendy Jr. He's about to be a freshman at Greenville High right now. Um, but I took him over there my first 5 years. He grew up over there with me. He had a great time, great experience. He went to 2 elementary schools over there. He went to school in Turkey. He went to school in France. He speaks French fluently.
Mm.
He's have all honor classes right now, going into ninth grade. So like
Yeah. You
and he
teaching them
playing.
that school is very important.
Oh yeah, facts. And he playing. He just
Yeah.
got put on the JV over there for Greenville Middle, and he played football as well. You know,
Okay.
6'3", 6'3", 225 pound freshman. And hopefully make
Dang.
some noise. Yes, sir.
Big football guy.
Oh yeah, big football.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, he definitely make his name in football. He definitely do that. Like, he the man in football for sure, for sure. But we about to show him, we the man and everything else.
No, yeah, that's what's up, man. Um, yo, I mean, I saw like through your career in Europe, I saw like 8 different teams you played for. Was there one that really stood out from like all the others?
Oh yeah, I would say, man, it was my year in Lithuania when I played with Juventus. Man, I got to play against the Ball brothers, with the team. I
Oh
played against,
yeah,
yeah, I played against in the championship. No, I played in the championship league and we played in the FIBA Cup league. So I got to play in three different leagues in one year to showcase my talent and my skill. So like that was probably the best team, the best year ever, as
yeah,
playing as a professional for
yeah.
sure. And playing against the Ball brothers, man, it was
How are
like
they?
I
How
think.
are they? Like, I'm gonna ask you, how are they? Like, actually, are they raw?
Oh yeah, like at the time, everybody knew like Lamelo, like was gonna be like who he is today. Because like the only thing you could say was, man, he just missed on height and he got there and it's over and like you see what he doing. And his other brother Jello, like he was just a good shooter, but he was just like a regular player. No disrespect to him, but it was just like he just was a regular player. You know what I mean? And just like, well, he'll be a good college player, but I can't see him being a pro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
yeah,
Melo for sure, for sure. Like Melo for sure. He was nice. He was nice then and nice now.
yeah, yeah. Because Lonzo, he was already in the NBA at that point, right?
Oh yeah, Alonzo was out. Yeah, he was making visits over there to let them money at the time. It
Okay,
was
yeah,
crazy. It was crazy.
yeah. Would you say that was like your prime of your career?
Oh yeah, I would say that was definitely my prime of my career. I mean, like I'm putting up, 22 in one quarter, 18 and a half, man. Like winning game winners against big teams, like going 4 for 4, 3 for 3, 4 for 4. I'm talking back games from the three,
Mm,
and then just like I'm playing against $1 million budget teams with the team I'm on. We probably worth 200,000, but we competing against these big name teams.
yeah,
And it's like what they wonder why, and it's just this South Carolina kid, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
It's
sir. Yes, sir.
I haven't even asked because it said obviously it says like you're 6'9", but and it say you run center. Do you actually run center, or are you more, or what's your like real
No,
position?
no, my real position is small forward, power forward. Like playing center, like man, I destroy, I destroy any five, like any five. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like that's definitely not the case. Like me playing center, but small forward, power forward for sure, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Like and this it always been that way. Like coming up through Greenville, like somebody asked me a question the other day during the interview, and they asked me like, who do I think could keep up with me in Greenville coming through? And I was like, nobody. Like, ain't no way. Like
Mm,
nobody. Like
yeah.
nobody. I was different. I was different at the time. Still different. I'm thinking about coming out of retirement.
Really pull it to the KST league.
Yeah, yeah. I already told Ronald, man, I'm about to pull up, man, just to
Yeah,
do it one time.
yeah. I want to add. Wait, so did you ever get to play against like Brandon Boggs?
Oh yeah, he played on my same. We played on the same team in Ukraine. We got to play 2 years ago. We played on the same team. Brandon Ball, that's my guy. That's my brother right there.
Yeah, I've got to hoop with him a little bit as well. But like, how was it playing with him? How? I mean, I guess I ask you, how is he as a player?
Oh, Kobe Bryant, like a mini Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
just a beautiful thing coming from your hometown. You went to jail, man. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And then it's just like he's out here playing. We been playing on the same professional team. I get to see his work ethic every day. Like he in the weight room every day. He running every day, jump roping,
hmm,
stretching, putting up shots after shots after shot, and then like he translate to the game, man. Like I used to call him little KB because he was deadly,
yeah,
definitely a great player.
yeah. Yeah, that's another guy. I was like, he's also real big, but he also plays just like a guard.
Oh yeah.
That's like a little brother to you, right? He's a little younger than you, right?
Oh yeah, he's younger than me. That's my little bro.
Yeah. So at what point, like kind of in your career, where you did you feel it coming to an end over professionally, or was it your decision?
It was my decision, man. I was in Kosovo 2 years ago, and I had
Hmm.
ruptured my Achilles in the championship game.
Dang.
I was going for out of place rebound, and when I got it, when I landed, and I just felt it like the ground just go in. And that's when I knew I was like, this might be it. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm.
33, about to be 34 years old. Like, I can't
Yeah.
do it. Nah, I can't come back from this. But I've been working out here lately, getting back in shape, training the kids. And it's just like I still got the feel for it. I still got the love for it. And I still feel that person inside me who want to go out and, compete.
Yeah.
So thinking about jumping back out there.
So that's the last time you played in a game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last time I played. And we lost the championship game by 6. We was up when I got injured.
Wow.
hmm
This was what year was this?
This was 2021.
Okay. Yeah. Man, that's a tough way to go out for sure. That's kind of not like obviously not like a Derrick Rose. Obviously, he still played afterwards, but
Right.
like just like so you like what's the word? You kind of went out on with an injury. It wasn't like comfortably.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I
So
said, like,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And that's why I was saying, man, like I don't know if it's like if I'm done with it or not. Only way
Hmm.
I'd be done with it is because like if I just stop. But I haven't really just stopped. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I haven't stopped feeling for it. So it's just I feel like I just need to get back into it.
Yeah. I just want to ask some like what I meant to ask was so obviously you came back and I've been seeing you promote Greer a lot now, like repping your hometown. How
Oh
is your
yeah.
connection like with Greer still to this day?
Man, it's great. I talked to Coach Lifers. I actually talked to Coach today.
Hmm.
And you know, he going through a little certain situation right now. But I'm praying for him and his family. And, but yeah, the family out there is awesome, man. When I come in, they treat me like with respect. I treat them with respect. But the love is unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like it's like Michael Jordan. I feel like Michael Jordan when I coming through. For real, that's how much love they give me. For sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I saw you had was it a kids camp over there?
Oh yeah, I'm having a kids count, man. Right here. It's gonna be at Grill High, July 29th. Ages 7 to 13. Gonna start with fundamentals, 3-on-3, 5-on-5s, and then on the 30th is where I'm inviting all the high schools out, high school players. Like, if you ain't got a name, you know what I'm saying, you come out there. On July 30th, come make a name for yourself. You know what I mean? We're gonna have some of the big names out there. Um, and I would just feel like that's the best time. Like I said before, that's the best time. Like if you're a senior or anything like that, man, it's gonna be media there. So it's just definitely gonna be a good time
Hmm.
to make a name for yourself out top. And that's just how it is. And then if you got a name for yourself, come and protect your name. You know what I mean? Come
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
come show, like you are who you really are. That's how I look at
yeah,
it. But it's more for like I look at it like a situation when I was coming through ninth grade, or like when I come through ninth grade, I didn't have a chance for real, just to in my city to go out and make a name for myself, against
yeah,
the other big players or whatever. So it's just like, man, I'm just giving that a chance. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
come on now. That's how I look at it.
yeah, yeah. How has your outlook like? Has it changed from obviously when you were younger, like getting better, trying to make a name for yourself? Has it changed to be more like for the next generation nowadays?
Yeah, it's that, but it's still with me, man. That's why I'm pushing Wolves Den, because it's like now it's just like, man, like now I feel like I was the best basketball player or best version of myself, you know what I mean, with basketball. So now it's like I'm trying to push Wolves in to show, man, like man, you gonna get the best training. Like
Mm-hmm.
you play ball, and like when I come in town, man, I like to welcome you to the Wolves. Then you come get a little training, one-on-one session workout. I promise you, you'll love it. You'll hate it, but you'll love it. You know what I'm saying? Strictly
Yeah.
basketball, repetition after repetition after repetition until we get it right, and then we just keep pushing forward, and that's just how what it comes with Wolves in training. It's just like, man, we build confidence, we
Yeah.
build your IQ. If you got a jump shot, oh nah, like we're gonna keep on shooting, man, because repetition is the father of learning. So you just got to keep on
Yeah.
shooting, keep on dribbling, keep on. That's why that question that you asked earlier. That's why I said, man, it's got to be every day. Like you can't. It's 24 hours in a day, man. You got to have that ball in your hand. 23 hours in that last hour, man. Like you doing like some paperwork or something. You know what I mean? You signing what school you going to, but that ball got to be in your hands, man. It got to.
Man, I think I lost you. Hold on. I think I lost. Hold up. All right. Okay, I got you back. Yeah, I think I lost some connection at some point halfway through that.
Very good. You
Yeah.
good?
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
shout out
man.
everybody pull up to I'm gonna shout it out too. Just send me the flyer. I'm gonna put it up there too.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Like I said, man, you ain't got to be a big name to pull up, man. Just come out here and just make your name for yourself. All the kids is set 7 to 13. That's the same. Come out,
Hmm.
man. Compete. We're looking for like who could be the next big name or who want to make their name. You know what I'm saying, to go to the next level because next year we're looking to have Wolves Den elite AAU team, and that's gonna be
Really?
big. You know what I mean? So it's just like, man, we pushing forward, and we just trying to find these kids with these special talents who want to go, who want to make a future for themselves. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's just how it go.
Yeah. You live in Greer?
Now I live in Tennessee. I live in Tennessee, but I'm from Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering about that because yeah, you said when you come through, so I didn't know if you like if
Oh
I was
yeah.
thinking you didn't live around here. You like Tennessee, you had to go back.
That connection breaking. Okay, yeah, I hear you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was saying that you liked Tennessee when you was there in college so much you had to go back.
Oh yeah, for sure. But actually, like I play. Oh yeah, well, I forgot to say. I did forget to say. I feel bad, but I don't feel bad for my Tennessee fans. But we played against Tennessee too in NIT and we beat them. And
Mm,
that was pretty big. That was definitely huge for Middle Tennessee because, like, it's been a while since they beat Tennessee. It's been like years,
yeah.
20 years. And then we beat
Mm,
them in the NIT tournament,
dang,
in Knoxville. So,
that's big.
shout out to UT.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. The last few questions I just want to ask. I be asking some of the guys like this, like, what was the motivation, or what's like your motivation to just keep pushing through, pushing on this basketball journey, or what was it coming through?
What was it coming through? My motivation was just trying to like be the best. Like I said, man, like I used to like I keep on saying Mike Beasley, but right, no, at the time Mike Beasley was number 3 in our class, and I was number 24. And I'm like, man, what in the world this kid got on me that I don't have? So I just kept working. Then we finally met up at the Adidas camp, and we actually played 5-on-5 against each other. I'm going at his head, and then to the point like, man, everybody, man, LaRon Dendy, all-star game. Me and Mike Beasley on the same team. They wouldn't even put us on different teams. You know what I mean? But it just like at that moment, I felt like, man, I'm glad I worked hard. How I worked hard because I didn't know this time was coming, but it came. So that's what, like, man, it's just
Yeah,
like like man, every day it's just like if you go to the court, if you go to the gym right now, I used to go to the gym. I might say, man, I'm gonna shoot 20 shots on this side, and I might go 8 for 20 or something like that. And then to a point, like, man, I'm gonna keep on going, keep on working until the stats change. Until it's like I'm going 16 for 20. That's when I know I'm working and my shot is coming consistent. You know what I mean? So it's always about being the best version of you. You know what I mean? This is what it
Yeah.
is. Like I just feel like even with you, you can have a great year. Like no, like you can have these colleges on you, but like come out and have 2-3 games where you shooting your 3-point shot at a high rate. You know what I mean? Like at a high percentage. You know what I mean? Like, but you shooting like 9 threes. You're a senior, so this your year. So it's just like, man, you shooting 9 threes, and you making 6 out of 9, 7 out of 9, 4 game, 5 games out the season. Oh, they gonna come. They gonna say, man, this kid, like, man, he's been working. We can tell he's been working. And top of that, he's one of the best shooters in South Carolina, and probably not one of the best shooters in the country. One of the top shooters. I mean, in South Carolina, but one of the top shooters in the country. It's all about making a name for yourself.
Mhm.
That's all. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your what was like what really? I mean, I don't think I ever really got asked you, but like, what got you into basketball? And what was your inspiration to start playing?
Oh, my inspiration to start playing was like Coach Neely. I was out there playing football at Greer High, which I was like pretty good at quarterback. I was with Sinclair Cannon and all them guys out there, and I went across the middle, and this guy named Chris Owens had like knocked me out, like hit me, knocked me out. And they had to get the smelly salt off on me, and I was like six
Mm,
seven at the time, and man, my mom, everybody like, man, you're not playing football no more. You're not playing football no more. Like 3 days after
mhm.
that, I was like 6'9". I was like, man, I'm just gonna stick to football. I'm at basketball. And that was it. And it's been over with
Yeah.
since. Yes, sir.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. um, and then the last thing, I feel like you've talked about it a lot, but just to leave off, I like to ask everybody this. Actually, I got two questions. Who do you think you play like? Like, who would you compare your game to if there was one player?
Shoot. Man, I would say, I would say, uh, I like a Lamar Odom, Tracy McGrady. That's what I would say. Like, cause I shoot
What,
the
like a
ball.
big Tracy McGrady?
Yeah, like a yeah. Like now, no, Tracy McGrady was 6'9" too.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was. I
Yeah,
forgot about
six
that.
thirty,
Yeah, he
six eight,
was.
six eight,
Dang.
6'9". So like, yeah, we got the same game, like shooting wise, handle wise. Lamar Odom is just like I like his post work, the way he passed the ball, the way he played the game. Yeah, so I would say that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. And then last thing, you talked about it a good amount, but I like to ask everybody. This is like the last question. What's some motivation you could give to like the young guys? Obviously, you're having your camp, but like, what's some motivation you could give to like the young guys trying to come through Greenville or Greer, wherever? Like, just some motivation you can leave them off on in this basketball journey. I know it can get tough for a lot of the kids out here who feel like it's a never-ending race. Like, what's something you could leave them off with?
I would say, man, like keep working hard, no matter what the situation is, no matter how hard you think times will get. It's gonna be days the coach is gonna love you. It's gonna be days you're gonna feel like the coach not even want to mess with you. But at the end of the day, it's just like, man, keep pushing yourself because at the end of the day, there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. You gotta keep working forward. Gotta keep working for that light.
Mm, yeah, nah, that definitely for sure. But yeah, man, that's about all I have for you today. I appreciate you hopping on and
Yeah,
giving me
appreciate you for
some of your
having me,
time,
man.
bro.
It was an honor, definitely an honor, man. It was great being on here. I got to ask you a question right quick, though, man. Who is your GOAT? Kobe, LeBron, or Michael Jordan?
I'm gonna say I say Jordan, and I haven't even ever watched this man
Ooh.
play, obviously in the flesh, but but I'm gonna say Jordan. The way that the highlights I've seen of him, and just the way it seemed like he impacted the game for everybody in his generation, and just all that. And the thing I like to say is, like when they say who's the best player ever, like at the peak of their powers,
Mm-hmm.
I think, this whole longevity about LeBron, but at the best point of his career, I think Michael Jordan was
Yeah.
like, it was just
The
crazy.
same thing. I would say the same thing. For sure, for sure. But thank you, man. Thank you again for having me,
But
man. It was an honor. And I wish you well. I wish you the
yes,
best.
sir. Appreciate it, man. Until next time.
So.